Yo, it's yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO'S. By the way, I gotta go ahead and tell y'all a glitch before I get into this video. My freaking left arm is not gonna be, well, it's the left arm to you guys, but it's the right arm. One of my arms won't be in the video, all right? Gosh, one of my arms won't be in the video because in order for me to show you guys top 10 players, I have to have it that way. So I could slide my body over like this, right? But then it only says 10 players, not top 10. So I'm just gonna keep it like this, and you won't be able to see my right arm, which is technically the left arm to you guys the way y'all watching it. But I wanted to do this. This is the top 10 players in the NBA. Yes, the NBA season is about to start. We're doing every award, all that good stuff, and I would be remiss to not tell you guys who I think are my top 10 players in the NBA and why. I was going back and forth. Should I start this thing from number 1 and go down to 10 for shock value, or should I go up from 10 to number 1? I'm just gonna go from 10 to 1. I'm gonna start with some guys who just missed the cut. I know I'm gonna hear a lot of backlash about these guys not making the cut, but quickly I'm gonna roll through some guys who I did not have on my top 10 players this list, and then we'll get into the top 10. Damian Lillard is on my not top 10 list this year. He's an honorable mention. I'm sorry, guys. I could not put Damian Lillard in the category as top players. That Portland team looked god-awful against the New Orleans Pelicans last year. I don't know what else y'all want me to tell you. They got swept by a team that they were supposed to beat. They were the higher seed, and the team that they lost to was missing their second best player, and they were healthy at full strength. I'm sorry, y'all. Damian Lillard can't be a top 10 player if you're losing in the first round, getting swept. He's not a top 10. And I'm not doing like NBA does the PER, all that stuff. I'm not doing that, y'all. I'm just doing the top 10 most hoopingest dudes in the NBA, period. Damian Lillard, not on my list this year. He'll be right outside the top 10. He's top 15. Joel Embiid will not be making my top 10 list this year. Next year, I think him and Ben Simmons are probably 2 top 20 guys, maybe top 15. And by the way, most teams don't have, outside of Golden State, I don't know any other team that has 2 top 15 guys. So that's really good. I just don't think they're top 10 yet. I think Embiid, we got to worry about his durability too much to put him. The top 10 guys, for the most part, are all guys you can count on night in, night out to be on the court, for the most part. And also with Embiid, I just need to see him play another season, man. I just need to know he's going to be there, not taking nights off. You can't be in the top 10 injured or whatever you want to call it, like missing a game after double OT. Top 10 players play double OT games and then play the next night and score 30. I'm sorry, y'all. And Ben Simmons, he can't shoot. He's right outside my top 10 as well. He can't shoot. If this dude finds a way to make it in the top 10 and he can't shoot the basketball, that just means that dude is just phenomenal in every other aspect of the game. For me, not yet. Karl-Anthony Towns, similar to Damian Lillard, he kind of pooped in the playoffs, y'all. Minnesota had one good game against the Houston Rockets, but Karl-Anthony Towns kind of pooped all over the place in the playoffs. And Houston defense, though they can get stops when need be, and I salute to Clint Capella, they're not good enough to be doing what they did to Karl-Anthony Towns. He struggled. And I need to see him grow mentally before I put him on that list. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, these 2 guys are just, unfortunately, they're on the wrong team, man. They play with 3 top 10. They play with 3 top 15 guys. They play with DeMarcus Cousins. They play with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. I'm sorry, I just can't put up. The Warriors can't have 5 top 20 guys. I'm sorry, y'all. They don't. They just. I'm sorry. They're not 5 top 10 guys. I'm sorry. They're not in my top 10. Jimmy Butler. Yeah. Jimmy Butler, he doesn't lead his team like a top 10 guy. Top 10 guys don't quit on teams that have more talent than the team that they're asking to get traded to. This dude wanted to go to the Brooklyn Nets or I'm sorry, Minnesota has more talent. Top 10 guys are about winning, and he's not about that. Sorry. Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum. These guys are on the way up my top 10 ladder. Not this year. I tend to put them on that list in the next 3 to 4 years. I like both of those guys a lot, man. They might make my top 10 in the next 3 or 4 years. I wanted to give them some love. And I also forgot about Paul George. Similar to Jimmy Butler, what the Utah Jazz did in the first round to the Thunder last year was just simply ridiculous. And PG struggled a couple games in that series. Sorry, PG. Top 10 guys know how to stand up to Russell Westbrook or go to another team, which what Kevin Durant did. Okay, now we're in my top 10 list. I want to start at number 10. Number 10 on my list I am going to go to Houston, and I'm going to go to Chris Paul. I love Chris Paul's game. We seen how valuable he was. Listen, I know James Harden is the best scorer on that Rockets team. I know he's a walk-in bucket. He's the MVP. That ship moves with Chris Paul. To me, I think he proved his value last year. I know he got injured and cost his team a berth in the NBA Finals. I really, really like Chris Paul, man. I really think he is still a top 10 player. Competitive, competes like no other. He is still a really slept-on great shooter. That dude from mid-range and the three-point line is lethal. Passing ability still A1. His IQ still A1. Though he's undersized at that point guard for today's traditional point guard, still remarkable at getting others involved, getting himself involved, knowing when to kind of balance those two. Number 10 on my list. At number 9, I'm going to go with Victor Oladipo. Ooh, a lot of guys didn't see that. Oladipo is the truth, man. That dude, he watched with Russell Westbrook for a year in OKC. He learned how to master that stop and pop mid-range jumper. He can shoot the 3-ball better than Russ can now, you know, and he's lethal at the rim. This dude is a miniature Russell Westbrook, man. Doesn't have the athleticism as Russ all the way, but he's a step lower, and that's still really good. Victor Oladipo is the real deal. I expect everybody to see that. He was most improved player of the year last year. Look, man, he's finna give y'all hell. That dude is hooping, and Indiana's gonna be much higher than what they should be because of the contributions that Oladipo's gonna put on the basketball court. He's my number 9 guy. At number 8, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, I feel comfortable putting Russ at 8. Russ is everything you want in a point guard. He can pass when need be. He can score with the best of them in this league. Athletic at the rim. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he's a great mid-range shooter, and his three-point game is getting better. Russ is great, man. The reason why I put Russ lower than what a lot of other people would have him in regards to just hooping guys in the league. Man, look, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. He don't listen. There are times when I don't need Russell Westbrook to take this terrible shot with 15 seconds on the shot clock, brick it, and then it leads to the other team getting a quick point in transition. He doesn't listen. The leadership thing is a real thing to me. That's why Kevin Durant plays in Golden State right now and not in Oklahoma City. And that has to matter on the court. A lot of these guys are around the same similar talent at this point in their career. They're all great players, but it just comes down to who makes better decisions. And trust me, I know this from a source. The Warriors love playing Russell Westbrook, obviously because they stole Kevin Durant. That's one reason, but also because they know Russell Westbrook is going to beat himself more than they could actually stay with Russell Westbrook because the dude is unguardable. He's number 8. I'm going to go with another point guard at number 7, Kyrie Irving. I know. Russell Westbrook, MVP, Kyrie Irving not. But Kyrie can do everything on the basketball court. His handle, him and Steph, they like 1A. I probably put Kyrie over Steph a little bit. He can shoot. He's cold-blooded. He's clutching. He's clutch. Clutch guy. He can pass when he needs to. Not the greatest assist guy game, but he can get to rock the teammates when he need to. When he likes you, he can. All right, the dude is great. There's no part of Kyrie's game that is not at least good. And he's more coachable than Russ. Period. Sorry, y'all. He's a better leader than Russ is. He vibes with teammates better than both these guys are kind of weird. Kyrie vibes with teammates a little better than Russ does. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the truth. At number 6, Anthony Davis. I mean, this dude, what does he not do on the basketball court well? Anthony Davis is one of the guys who just slept on. He doesn't get enough credit. I blame Anthony Davis for why he's not known as one of the top 3, top 4 best players in the league. The dude just simply re-signed with a team he shouldn't have re-signed with. He was loyal to a team that he shouldn't have been loyal to. The Pelicans cannot convince a free agent to come to New Orleans. They went and finally got a free agent in DeMarcus Cousins, and they traded for him and got him in New Orleans. They traded Buddy Hield, gave up on Buddy, and then you ended up losing DeMarcus Cousins because you wouldn't offer him a max extension. I get it, he was coming out of torn Achilles, but shit, you gave up Buddy Hield. You're not using that money for anybody else. Come on, Pelicans. Anywho, Anthony Davis blocks shots at an elite level, probably the best in the game. He can shoot the basketball, working on that jumper. He can score. He can get you 28, 30 a game easily. He averaged 28 last year and 10. I don't think we talk about his 28 and 10 enough. All right, that dude he's good money. He's probably gonna lead the league in scoring this year at the center position. We don't see guys do that if your name not Shaq or Tim Duncan. All right, that's pretty darn good. At number 5, I'm gonna go Steph Curry. I really love Steph Curry's game. 3-point shooting, the best to ever do it. Crossover, like I said, he's probably 1A to Kyrie, who's number 1. This dude, passing, you know, when I tell anybody, the most lethal the Golden State Warriors can be is not when Kevin Durant is on, it's when Steph is on. He's still that glue guy. He's still the engine to that Warriors team. Steph, only reason why I can't put Steph higher than this is he stays injured a lot and he doesn't play defense. His offense is so great, I put him over Anthony Davis and Kyrie and Russ. That's how great this dude is offensively. That's how much of a show this guy is. He has changed the game with that 3-point shot. He's got to be top 5, man. At number 4, I'm rolling with James Harden. James Harden is, he scores the easiest in the NBA, period. He scores the easiest in the NBA. This dude is going to get you 3 or 4 threes a game. This dude is going to get you 85-90% at the line a year. He's going to get to the line 10 times a year and knocking down 8.5 to 9 of them. Shit, that's a lot of points, man. 3 threes, that's 9 points. 9 free throws, that's 18. Not to mention the dude gets to the rim. You know, he scores at the rim. What do you want me to say about James Harden, man? MVP is for real. I can't put him higher than 4, but and it's not because of Harden more than it is because these other 3 guys do it on both ends of the court most times. And Harden doesn't do it defensively. He just started playing a little bit of defense. The only reason why he's not number 3 on my list is because Kawhi is back. At number 3, I got Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, probably the best on both ends right now, but he's doing both ends at the most elite. I'll just say that. The reason why I can't put Kawhi at number 2 or number 1 is because I got to see him do it this year. And yeah, just with Kawhi, I just got to see it. I can't put him higher than 3 because the other 2 guys are 2 of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. I can't put him higher than 3. I got to see him do it again. It's been too long. It's been a year. You know, we in the social media era. I got to see it again. Kawhi Leonard, though, Toronto Raptors, y'all got a great one for at least a year. Kevin Durant, number 2 basketball player in the world. This dude can score at will. He's knocked down the game-winning shot in Game 3 of the NBA Finals in 2 consecutive years over the number 1 guy on my list. You know, the only reason why Kevin Durant is not number 1 is because he plays in Golden State, and I don't know if he's a number 1 basketball player. Maybe he's already past LeBron James. My problem with Kevin Durant is I don't know because he plays around so much talent. I don't know if it's his contributions to the team some nights or just because they're so darn great, teams can't double anyone, you know? So those nights that LeBron is getting doubled or got 5 different defenders coming his way, Kevin Durant's got 1 guy coming his way. Because Draymond can knock down the 3 if need be. And Klay can knock down the 3 90% of the time. And Steph can knock that bad boy down near 100% of the time. And by the way, they added DeMarcus Cousins to make matters worse. So with KD, it's just all, I can't put him at number 1 because he decided to go to Golden State. Look, it's his decision. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. He seems happy with himself, even though he got a burner Twitter account. Good luck to KD. I can't put him at number 1. The number 1 person in the game of basketball to me, the most hooping guy, is still the guy from Akron, Ohio that now plays in Los Angeles. LeBron James is the best player that I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. No disrespect to Michael Jordan and or Kobe Bryant. I love them guys. I love their games. I love their competitive nature. LeBron ain't the competitor that Kobe or Mike was, but no one's ever done this at this elite of a level for this long. He's in year 16, ladies and gentlemen. In less than a couple days, he'll be in his 16th season. I looked at him the other night against Golden State. He damn near is still the fastest guy up and down the basketball court in year 16. That absolutely makes no sense at all. Did you just hear what I just said? He might still be the top guy getting up and down the basketball court in year 16 is between him, John Wall, Oladipo, and a couple of the guys. That makes absolutely no sense to me. The fact that he's still stronger than everybody, his strength ain't breaking down like a lot of guys' bodies do at this point. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't care what kind of fitness and nutrition you're on. That makes absolutely no sense to me. This dude's game is, he's getting better at the 3-point shot. Offensively, he's getting better. Defensively, he now chooses his spots, right? He doesn't do it night in, night out defensively like he used to. He tries to clamp in like 5 minutes left in the game. But other than that, this dude is still a mastermind of the game of basketball. He carried the Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals last year. Literally. No ifs, ands, buts about it. He carried them. I've not seen a guy carry a team like what LeBron did in the NBA playoffs last year, ever. Period. Kobe couldn't do it with that same team. Mike couldn't do it with that same team. They wouldn't have got to the conference finals. Period. Period. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta be honest, period. That is my top 10 players list. Number 1, LeBron James. For like my 5th straight year, I did this list, and LeBron's been number 1 every year. You guys tell me where you think I got it right or where you think I got it wrong. It's subjective. It's opinions. It's basketball. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment box below. Those are my top 10 guys, though, man. And I feel good about my list. I think I got a really good list. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment box below. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now,
Mr. TALIAFERRO'S. Mr. TALIAFERRO'S.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.